I'm gonna talk a little bit, so that's why I brought a drink. And I couldn't find one of these in Chicago, so. Let's see. I think when you do something that hasn't been done in school history, I think it's a great thing. It's not something we're gonna sit and beat our chest about and get complacent by any means, but also something that we're gonna always be proud of our guys and how they competed, how they represented the program. Like I said, when you finish the highest you did in Midlands history as a team, and you have 2 champs, you never had that before. We went into that tournament, plan on doing some things that we'd never done as a group before, and those individuals are able to do that. The thing I'll tell you is, guys are trying to raise the level of the program. That's what each one of these guys is trying to do. They're trying to increase the expectations, the level of the program, and then the standard of the program. And that's why guys like Josh Elber and Drew Foster came to UNI. They came for that reason. That's why Max Thompson and Lujan and Hogg and Steyr and Peyton Moore and all those guys came to the program. That's why guys like Kyle Rasaglia, Michael Blockus, and those guys came to the program. They want to raise the standard. So did some things that we hadn't done before as a program, so proud of the guys. But the one thing I'll tell you is that we're going to continue to move forward and continue to improve and get better. And that's, you heard Jake talking a little bit, and the most important thing is it's the next thing that's in front of you. It's the next practice that's in front of you. It's the next choice that you get to make. And that's what we're trying to get our guys to realize every single time out. But as far as how our guys competed, I'll get more individual based, but I thought we competed incredibly hard. Came out ready to wrestle. I can't really think of too many matches where we didn't come out ready to wrestle. Now we got to finish things off, and that's kind of being able to maybe manage emotions better, being able to manage the match a little bit better. But we put ourselves in 2 of the toughest tournaments of the college season. We put our guys in 2 of those toughest tournaments, and we responded well. Won a lot of big matches. Battle tested our guys, and that's what we want to be able to do. And now we get into our dual schedule and really try to get the team rolling, each and every time out, getting where there's 10 cylinders clicking, because, you kind of look at our tournament, 5 guys scored a heck of a lot of points. All of a sudden you get 10 guys scoring a heck of a lot of points, and now, you're scoring where, the other team did. In the state of Iowa, you start scoring, you can start scoring 170, 180, 200 points. You get 10 guys scoring points. So that's going to be where we're going to have those 5 guys that scored a ton. Now we got to have 5 more guys that pick up and continue to elevate their game. But the standard of the program is getting raised. 2 true freshmen placing, never had that. Brascaglia, tough, gritty, takes care of things incredibly well, incredibly disciplined kid. Got a 4.0 this semester, takes care of school incredibly well, represents our program as well as you could. Excited on how he's competing, but how he goes about things. Not flashy, but sticks to a game plan and is going to continue to get better. Blockus making the semifinals of the tournament as a true freshman, getting 4th place. A lot to build on. We had a couple other guys that were true freshmen that won a couple matches there, Bennett and Cade Lara. But what that does for those guys, you got a guy that comes in your class and he's doing it. Well, I can do it too. Well, he just went and placed in the Midlands. I can go do that too. And that's, when we have true freshmen that come in next year and they go back to the Midlands, they're planning on, well, this guy was the first guy that placed. He's in the semifinals. I'm going to be the next guy that's going to be in the finals. I'm going to be the first guy that's going to be a champ as a true freshman. And that's how you raise the level of the program. So those guys are doing that, and they're doing it on a daily basis too, and how they're living. I'll go, Elber, really happy for him. In his home state, Illinois, grew up watching the tournament. His freshman year got 2nd there, but just, he saw a little emotion, and he's an emotional guy. He's really the heart of our team. Just how he carries himself, how he fights, how he battles, and it was great for him to get a Midlands title. Kind of checks something on the list. There's certain things I think when you come in you want to accomplish, and he was able to accomplish one of those things. Now he wants to continue to build on that, but gritted out some matches, got dinged up a little bit, but the thing about Albert, man, it doesn't matter if he's dinged up, he's hurt, he will go out and he will scrap, and he will scrap hard, and he will fight for everything, and was able to bring home a title, and proud of how he competed, and really happy for him to get a title in his home state. Max, give yourself a few more opportunities. We talked about it a little bit. Really picked up his pace at the end. Guy's really hard to finish on. Klosdik's, ranked number 1 in the country, got 3rd last year. But we're, right there, and we don't want to, there's not moral victories. You want to go out and get a victory and get your hand raised, but more than anything, the match before in the semifinals, wrestled a 2-time All-American. The thing I liked is he went out and he scored. He rode really hard. He scored again. Got to the 3rd period and took a little bit of a bad shot. The guy pitched him a little bit, and so it's 6-4. And he could have backed off. He didn't back off at all. He went and attacked again. And that's the things that we've been talking about that's going to give him the best chance to be a national champion, is being able to do that, continue to attack, not get kind of where you turtle up because I'm worried something bad's going to happen. I'm going to go make something good happen. So that's a great response from him in that situation, that he went and backed and attacked again against a really good guy. That's a guy that's been a couple-time All-American. Give himself a few more opportunities in the finals, but certainly a big improvement just in how he was carrying himself out there, how he kept attacking. Steyert, and I can't tell you how much I believe in him and his ability. In semifinal match, you get taken down right away, get ridden. Got to be able to create a little bit more. Got to be able to kind of punch that guy in the mouth first. That's a match where, and if you watch the finals, that guy kind of went out and got to him right away, and that's something we got to be ready to go out and get to that guy right away. And the thing I know about Bryce Steyert is, I see what he does in the room. I see who he's competing with every day. I see how he can kind of melt those guys in a way. Just got to be able to do that in that 420 seconds that you have. But he's only going to continue to get better, and I know his eyes and ears are wide open as far as what do I need to do, Coach? What do I need to do? Whatever it is, you tell me, I will do it. And that's, I heard Jake talking a little bit about guys kind of trusting and believing in what's going on, and they have to have absolute trust and belief, not just in us, but in themselves. And the more they have in us, and the more they just listen, they're like, yes, Coach, man, because we know what they need. I know what he needs, and we'll continue to give that to him, and now he just has to continue to believe in it. But I truly believe he's scratching the tip of where he's going to be and how good he is. Saw some really good attacks out of him. Saw some things that he's been practicing in the room that he was able to do those in the competition. So that's good to see that. Taylor, I'll tell you, to be able to beat Valencia, I watched how Hall did it, but he's a different wrestler than Hall. He's got to attack him. He's got to be willing to go a pace and attack at a higher rate than that guy, and he can do it. You got to be willing to put yourself out there to do it. But thought he had a great tournament before, getting bonus points. We got a lot of bonus points up and down the lineup, and just not getting discouraged, man. Like every match can be different, and every situation can be different, and he'll see that guy again. I know he will. And you look at the score and you're like, well, how's he going to close that gap? Man, you close that gap by you going being the aggressor, you going attacking, you getting yourself in a position where you get to his body, like he was able to early. So those things can be turned around. And Foster, kind of the bookends of, winning the second title. Good, and the thing that I liked about him is he wasn't very pleased with himself. Just with the finals performance, just that there's more out there. And that's a good thing, but you also got to, hey man, you did some really good things throughout the weekend, so we're not just going to focus on this one or two things. There was 27 other great things. There's a couple things, but I like that when guys aren't quite satisfied with themselves, when they know they left some on the bone. And when you leave some on the bone, you got to make sure you take every little bit of that off. And I know that he'll continue to do that. I think he's had a great season so far, but now he's got to build up steam and really, go build off these 4 or 5 match win streak, and then make it a 15-20 match win streak going into the national tournament. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get our guys incredibly prepared and ready for every duel. I hear everyone say, well, this time of year doesn't matter. It's all about March. Every match matters. Every situation matters. Every one of them is an opportunity for them to build themselves and build their resume, but also just continue to build confidence. Continue to give themselves opportunities. So, there's 5 other guys that I didn't talk about. Schwarm has to be able to go get an attack. Has to be able to go get an attack, and it's something he's going to work on. He's aware of it. Guys are aware of what they need to work on. Now it's being able to go do it when it matters. And I know that he'll get back to work, and start to change those things. But it changes one choice at a time, one practice at a time, one just even how I'm talking to myself. So he'll continue to work. Skidlarzik, some good flashes. Just got to get him bigger and stronger, and that's something that 8 weeks from now, 9 weeks from now, when we get to the Big 12 tournament, he can be bigger and stronger. So he's got to work on it, and he's got to start to work on it now. Schoenfelter, is win one position at a time. Make it as simple as possible. He's got to continue to make it as simple as possible. The thing that I liked is, yesterday morning, guys get beat out of the tournament, and he's out there working, trying to get better. He's out there going to the next thing. And what can I do? What behaviors can I control that can help my results? Not worrying about my results, but worrying about the behaviors that can help that. And can I put some work in now? That's what he was doing yesterday. Tyrell, just young, got to continue to build confidence in himself. He's going to get better every time out. I know that. I know that for a fact. You can see it. You can see it happening. He's just got to continue to trust his offense. Then Isaac, scrapping hard. He's obviously a small heavyweight, but he's going to go out and wrestle a game plan. He's going to wrestle hard. The more opportunities he gets to wrestle the bigger guys, the better he's going to get at it. So excited for what we did as a program. Like I said, setting a new standard for the program. But now it's time to build on that. And we'll have some of the guys that didn't wrestle. They'll be in the room today, and it's time for those guys, not just those 5 guys or 10 guys or 14 guys that we talked about, but it has to be all 36 guys that we have raising the standard of the program, raising the level of the program each and every day. So, we get a lot of pats on the back, a lot of people, great job, and it is good. But I tell you, we're still 60-some points behind, the first team. So there's still a big gap that we have to close, and we have to be prepared to do that. And that's, like I said, these guys trying to raise the standard of the program and get our program to that. So that's every year. So it's not like, well, that's a surprise, because I tell you, we're not surprised one bit by what we did as a team. None of our guys are surprised, and they want more. So that's what we'll continue to work to do.